Hello. All right. This video might appeal more to the younger folks out there. So if you're only interested in Kiss or Motley Crue, uh, probably don't want to watch this unless you're, also a fan of black metal. Uh, so anyway, a lot of you have seen the recent photograph circulating the internet, or I guess I should say like photo op of Kanye West wearing a Burzum shirt, standing next to a guy who I later found out is JPEG Mafia. All right, and I've actually heard JPEG Mafia because I like to stay hip and all that, and I thought it was kind of lame. He's kind of like a meme rapper for like Gen Z, I guess. Kind of sounds like a chipmunk. I think that's the joke. It's like an ironic thing. Um, he listened to some record of his. It just wasn't really for me. But most people who are like, 25 or younger, they think he's a genius. Same with Kanye. And anyway, so Kanye's wearing a Burzum shirt in this photo. He was mimicking Burzum's like art style and logo on his recent album called Vultures. So everyone on the internet has been asking me, is Kanye West a true black metal fan? People are begging me to do a video. So we're gonna take a look at the evidence, or perhaps the lack of evidence, and we're gonna analyze this. All right. So when you Google the phrase Kanye West black metal, you have a lot of search results, of course, of like people getting offended by the Burzum shirt photo op. Uh, I guess it might have gone over a bit better if he'd had on like Emperor or Dissection, because at least those guys, they never had like a bad YouTube channel. But does Kanye know Emperor or Dissection? When you go to Google Images for typing in Kanye West black metal, you just see Kanye in the Burzum shirt photo op, and you see him wearing like a Cradle of Filth long sleeve, and you see him wearing a hoodie that looks, at first glance, like it's got a black metal logo on it, but it's actually just the name of his fashion design company called Vetements. So that's pretty lame. Now I could see Kanye jamming Cradle of Filth, like not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but I'd say like 80%, maybe 90% of the people wearing Cradle of Filth shirts, at least like in the modern era, they don't really listen to other black metal. Not picking on them just because they're Cradle of Filth. That's just kind of the nature of famous bands. I mean, someone wearing a Ride the Lightning shirt 9 times out of 10 isn't going to be listening to Mekong Delta, Sadist, Razor, Violence. Those are bands that hell I consider pretty well known, honestly, if you're into thrash. I mean, they might not even know like Slayer, so I'm not gonna hold it against like Cradle people, because I mean, when I was in school, man, like the kids who like Cradle of Filth, they were into like Insane Clown Posse. Uh, they were into Slipknot, Disturbed. They weren't listening to like Emperor, Mayhem, anything like that. Anyway, back to Kanye. When you look at the information we have available and what we know about Kanye, I think he's really just wearing the Burzum shirt and flaunting the Burzum imagery as kind of like a dog whistle, I guess. The guy may be nuts, but he's an astute businessman on some level, or at least he's a skilled, like what's the word, provocateur or whatever. I think he knows how Burzum is perceived, or at least the way Burzum has been perceived after like 2015, 2016, and he's using that to kind of stir up some shit. Because there really would have been no reason for Kanye to do a Burzum photo op back in like 2009 when nobody cared if you wore a Burzum shirt. Um, I mean, back then, man, I mean, I don't know, when I first was really going to like extreme metal shows, man, like, I mean, you'd see, uh, you might see a Burzum patch next to a Napalm Death patch, and no one really was like, oh, that's politically inconsistent. No one really cared. It was just like, oh, I like this band. So it will be interesting to see how much he leans into this, though. I mean, is he gonna up the ante and wear Nocturnal Mortem, Satanic Warmaster, Moonblood, Grand Belial's Key? Assuming he does enjoy the symphonic carnival music of Cradle, has he heard Dimmu Borgir Stormblast? Has he heard Emperor and the Nightside Eclipse? Odium, Sad Realm of the Stars, Ragnarok, or Rising Realm? Probably not. So, what do you find people think? Is Kanye West a true black metal maniac, or is he just stirring the pot? Leave us a comment and subscribe.